Happy Monday, everybody. This is your girl, Crystal Jordan, and I am right back with another reality check. We're starting a little early tonight because we are celebrating August being National Business Month. And you guys know that here at Rolling Out, we are always uplifting, empowering, and supporting Black-owned businesses, and especially female Black-owned businesses. And so for me, tonight is a special treat because not only are we focused on a female Black owned business, but we are also talking about beauty. We're talking about a beauty brand that is basically has started with a mother and two daughter trio to now being a globally recognized brand. So please help me welcome the owner of KEE Beauty, Erica King.
Hey, hi, hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us. First of all, happy Monday. How's your Monday been going so far?
Mondays are typically so crazy.
Yes.
Orders from the weekend, getting out, my hands is in a couple of different pots. So Mondays are typically crazy, but you know what? It is what it is. That's what makes it a good thing, So
Right.
I'm excited.
Thank God that you have orders to deal with as opposed
Yes,
to not.
exactly.
Now, you know what? I gotta say the first time, because I mentioned okay, we know this is National Business Month, and so many people have been talking about business strategies. We just celebrated Invest Fest, which was huge here, really, really pushing entrepreneurs. But your brand, I'm especially excited about because, as a woman, we love beauty. I don't know what woman did not enjoy, playing in makeup and playing in her mother's makeup or her aunt's makeup when she was younger. That's just a normal thing. And I think most women are product junkies of some type. Would you agree?
Yes, I am.
Well, I love the fact your makeup is so beautifully done.
Thank you.
Because I think nowadays, sometimes we see that we're putting on so much makeup that it takes away from our natural beauty. And I love the fact that your makeup is highlighting. I'm actually wearing the KEE lip lacquer.
Yay. And I love it. Woo-woo. Awesome. Yes, I'm excited. We like to focus on the skin. Growing up, I've always had issues with my skin. And so that's what we based our products around, being organic, plant-based, and really focusing on the skin. Even though you're wearing foundation and makeup, we still wanted to produce products that can still treat your skin at the same time. So it's super important for us to, this is our first time coming out in the beauty space, and we wanted to make sure that when we do that we have quality products for everyone, and really focus on the skin underneath. So it was a huge priority for us to do that.
Let me ask you this, because ironically, you all may need to get some products over to Keke Palmer. She made a post, and we love Keke because not only is she an absolutely amazing actress, but she's so brilliant and has such, she allows fans. She's very relatable, and she talked about struggling with adult acne, right? And so I wonder, what can you tell us about? Because so many times we think about putting makeup on to hide, as opposed to actually fixing the issues underneath. So what do we need to be looking at first so that we can work on our skin so that we don't have to hide as much with the makeup?
Right. So what we focused on, we just came out with KEE Skin by KEE Essential, and we focused on our organic cleanser, our moisturizer, exfoliating, and our vitamin E and C serum. So with the cleanser, we like to go back to plant-based. Nature it's Mother Nature. It's our healer. It's a healer. So we go stick to, what nature is already providing us, then it should, accompany with, drinking water, eating healthy. All of those things play a big part in your skin looking healthy, as it should. So sticking with our plant-based products, like our organic cleanser, we actually have our our rose water moisturizer. So it's going to keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. Yes, it is like I live by this moisturizer. Let me just tell you.
Tell us about this. So guys, I have some KEE products I'm going to show you guys just so we can kind of walk through my goodie bag. Like I said, I'm wearing the lip lacquer, which I love because it gives me a little bit of color, but not too much.
Not too much.
But let's focus on what you just talked about, this rose water hydrating moisturizer, and then also the vitamin C and E facial serum. So with this moisturizer, I know moisture, especially for those of us of a particular age,
yes.
We start to realize that moisture is so important. So
important.
how are this? I see it has a lot of natural products from rose water, coconut, shea butter. Tell us about what makes this moisturizer so great.
So you want to make sure that your moisturizer is a water base, right? So water is the earth, it's a natural healer, it's a natural moisturizer for your face. So you want to make sure that you have a water-based moisturizer infused with your shea butters. Of course, you want to have something that's soothing and smooth to accompany with your skin. But the hydrating effect to it is your face is going to stay smooth and hydrated throughout the day. We put so much makeup and stuff on our face all day. You know, you have the weather elements that's beating your face up. Even with our guys, you know, we have male influencers, and even my husband, he's a welder, and so he's out, you know, in the sun, and you know, getting his face beat up and everything like that. But when you're stripping away all of those layers of dirt and gunk off of your face, you're actually just bare. So you're going to need that moisture to put back, place back into your skin, so that way it can continue to flourish. So having a water-based moisturizer, it is the best thing you can ever do for your skin, you know, because it's going to continue to keep your face moisturized and hydrated. And now, especially with the heat, Texas heat is a different heat. It is a different heat. Let me just tell you.
Atlanta's pretty serious.
Yes. So, right. You know, my face, you know, as I grow older, like you spoke on, us of a certain age, you know, I was noticing that my face, I was getting dry patches. I was getting so much dry, and you know, my face, your skin, it changes with the different seasons as well. So I was looking for a product, or I was looking to partner with a lab, which is another thing I'm gonna touch on, that can formulate a product that can actually, you know, help my skin stay hydrated throughout the day, because I'm always on the go. You know, I don't have time to put makeup on all the time, you know, but I still want to treat my skin, and I still want my skin to be healthy. So it's just a quick little dot, rub it in, and then boom, I'm out the door. I can go and do what I need to do. And I know that my face, I'm ready to face whatever, you know, because my skin is just going to stay hydrated throughout the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, are we putting a moisturizer on in the morning, and then after at night, once you come in and take off your makeup again?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. So I do it twice a day. So I do my cleanser first. I exfoliate. This is my nighttime regimen. So I cleanse, and then I exfoliate, and then I moisturize, and then I put on my serum. And that's my nighttime. In the morning, I cleanse and then I just do moisturizer. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about this serum, because I love anything with vitamin E in it. I am a vitamin E product junkie. So let's talk about why this serum. And so you said that you put this on at night. This says it reduces the puffiness and illuminates the skin. So you're going to put this on after our moisturizer, right?
Yes. So that's the last thing that you're going to put on is your vitamin E and C serum. And I do it at night because, you know, in the morning, I want to wake up refreshed. I want to wake up, you know, nourished, my skin to be nourished. So I just put a few dabs under my eyes right here, and I just rub it in. I just rub it in good, and that's all you need. You don't really need that much. You can rub it all over your face if you want to, but for me, I just like to put it under my face because I'm at a certain age, so I'm trying to reduce the puffiness.
Reduce the puffiness, and to just have that glow, glow that you want.
It does. You know, one of the things that I didn't mention before, you know, that's a part of the regimen also is we do have our aloe vera, 100% aloe vera makeup wipe removers. So nice. You know, aloe is so good for the skin, you know, but you don't want to put too much of it because it can dry you out. So you want to make sure that, you know, when you are taking off your makeup, you're using something that again, that's natural, a natural base, something that's going to put into your skin, because we're taking so much off, and we're taking off so many layers of makeup and dirt and whatever. But you want to make sure that you're putting that moisture and those vitamins back into your skin. So we do have aloe vera makeup wipes. I got seen some.
Nice. That's nice. I love this. Now you guys have there, besides the basic, right? The foundation to take care of your skin with the aloe vera. I love taking the makeup off with something that's good for my skin, as opposed to just stripping it. Because sometimes I would use like the pads, like the alcohol that had alcohol in it to remove your makeup, and it
Yeah.
does dry my skin out, because I have like oily and dry skin.
Yeah.
So I realized that was too harsh for my skin. But aside from all that, I love this little makeup blender that you guys have in here. But you have wonderful colors as well. Like these are, and what I recognized about this this brand is that you guys have colors for everybody. We all know for so long you could go in and try to buy makeup and they wouldn't have colors for us. And then sometimes there's colors for us and they're specifically for us and it's not for
Right.
everybody. So talk to us about what inspired you to really make a brand that would cater to everybody across colors, because you can have people that are of color but they actually, actual skin tone is actually closer to someone that's not of color.
Exactly.
There's so many different variations. So why was it important to do something that everybody could use?
So I really think it's important because we wanted to highlight diversity, right? And how beautiful diversity is, how beautiful the different shade tones are. And that was a big goal of mine. Even when I said I wasn't gonna, dabble into complexion products, but you know what? It just dawned on me. I said, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it right, and I want to make sure that everyone is included in what we have to offer. And so we have different variations, 15 shades of foundation, which is a hydration foundation. It is a plant-based, and so we did colors range from all the way dark to porcelain, and we wanted to highlight how beautiful, everyone's shade tones are, even though we're from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, all of that, but when it comes down to beauty, diversity matters. And so we wanted to reflect that in our products, in our core values. We just did a diversity shoot with Miles Modeling Agencies, and we had different ethnicities represented, and we wanted to really showcase how beautiful every skin tone is, no matter what shade you are. We wanted to make sure that our company and our core values stood for diversity, and that's one of the things that attract a lot of companies to us, because we are a new company, but we took the leap in producing products that everyone can wear.
Yeah, I like that as well. Now, I want to kind of pivot a little bit, because, like I said, this is National Business Month. If you all are just joining us, we are talking to the CEO and founder, Erica King of KEE Essential Beauty, and she owns a makeup company that has not only things to take care of your skin, but of course, makeup that we all enjoy. Beautiful colors. You just mentioned 15 different foundations. But I want to go back to the beginning, because you did this with your daughters, which I'm a mom of actually, I got one daughter and four bonus daughters. So I know that, having something to do with your children that you can actually relate to and they can enjoy together, that's huge. That's how we build legacy. So how did the idea come to you to create this company with your daughters, and where did you guys start?
So my background is hospitality. So I've been in the hospitality industry on the hotel side for the last 22 years. And when COVID hit, I was a general manager. And when COVID hit, the company that I work for, you had to work multiple hats, pay cuts, all of that stuff. It was the fear of the unknown, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I was like, well, I think I'm tired of making other people rich.
That part.
And so I just started to ponder, what do I like? What do I like to do? And beauty has always been one of those things where I've always been attracted to, from looking at Rihanna, and I'm from New Orleans, and looking at Supa and how she started, and, looking at those inspirations. And I said, well, you know what? Let me just try it, And so I brought my daughters into, we had a table, sit down table, and I said, hey, if you were to start a business, what would it be? And both of them simultaneously said, well, we like makeup, let's do that, and so we first started off with hair care, and we had some lip glosses and lipsticks and all of that stuff. And so the business side of me, looking at different, profit margins and seeing what works and all of that, I said, okay, well, if we're going to do this, let's do makeup. I think it'll be a better fit for us. We can come to the table and decide on different formulas. We can work with different labs. And so they were all gang for that. And so we started out in 2020, in June of 2020. And it's been a roller coaster since. We started out with 8 products in 2020, from lip glosses and lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes, and now we're at 60 products.
Wow, and we're just in 2022, guys.
Yes,
It's been 2 years. That's amazing growth. I'm just picking some of the products up to show. Guys, this is the lip lacquer that I have on tonight, which I absolutely love. It just, gives me a little a little razzle dazzle right there. But so when you guys first started, what was the first step? Because I think a lot of people want to get into selling products. We know that COVID kind of shook everybody up. We realized, wait a minute, something could happen, and there's no such thing as job security, right?
No,
there's no such thing. Everybody came to the abrupt understanding that this ain't safe. I need to have something.
Exactly.
I need to have something that I have control over. So when you decided to do that, what was the first step? You mentioned researching, right? And understanding like how business works and profit margins. So once you guys have that initial table conversation, what are some of the things, what did you have them do? Did they have responsibility to kind of do research on their own? Was there somebody that was looking at colors, or how did you guys kind of form your new business strategy, business model for the 3 of you guys to work together?
So, being in the hospitality industry, you have so many different resources to your advantage. And one of the things, I'm a Stephen Covey girl. I love Stephen Covey. And so what I did was I applied the same fundamentals as I would have done as a general manager running a multi-million-dollar hotel to run into my business. So what we did was the 4DX model. It's a Stephen Covey. It's the 4 disciplines of execution. So if I know that I wanted us to win and we wanted to win, then we needed to write our goals down. And so we needed to make them visual. So we created our board, and we created our X to Y, and we had a trajectory where we wanted to be by the end of the year, whether it's financially, from a marketing standpoint. We wanted to make sure that we had a visual that we can see, and every day or every week, and we measured our results week over week. So whether it was, if we're going to focus on pushing lipsticks, week over week, we're going to measure that progress. We're going to put our commitments down, what we're going to commit to, whether it's going on Facebook Live or doing Instagram Lives or going out door to door. We're going to put that as what our commitment is for the week, and make sure that we're hitting hitting that commitment. And the bet was, if we do that commitment, we should see progress. We should see results. And it was such a great process teaching my daughters, this process, and going to the round table and having them pick out formulas, and having them give me ideas, because they're of a generation where it's just all social media, it's TikTok, it's all of that, So, not me just being, oh, I'm mom and you're going to do what I say, or this is what's going to go, but me actually listening to them and taking their ideas and putting it into what our brand is going to be. And it worked, me being able to show them about inventory and profit, P&L statements and all of that stuff. It was so good, and we were able to bond, mothers and daughters, we get into those riffs, but it was a bonding experience for us, and it brought us closer. COVID was one of those things. It was the fear of the unknown, but at that time I was able to take their mind off of that fear and put it towards something positive, and put it towards something that they can build, we're building legacy, but this is something that's for them. So it was such a great experience. And I just tell you, just measuring our progress week over week is one of the things that actually took us in 2 years from 8 products to 60, because we were able to, see, write our goals down, but also create that visual. And every week we will meet and look at our progress, whether it was a negative progress or positive progress. We still met, and if we didn't meet the goal, we readjusted. Okay, we didn't meet the goal this week. Let's readjust. What are your ideas? And so, and that's the things that just made us, spearhead into the next level. And it's just a fun process.
No, that's awesome, and I'm happy that you're sharing this part of it, because it's great to look at the products, but I think our audience wants to know, how was she able to do that? We are talking with CEO of KEE Essential Beauty, Erica King. She started this line with her 2 daughters, and from going from 8 products and having that conversation at their living room table, they are now in Walmart and Amazon and so many different places. Now, what was that part of the process like? Because of course, there's the first part is actually coming up with the idea and then finding, I'm sure, the labs to work with to create it, but then going to actual take the product distribution. That's a whole nother beast. That's a whole other beast. So let's talk about how you all decided, okay, how do we scale so that we're able to offer products in all these? I'm sure Amazon is probably the best seller, because all of us sitting down in COVID were constantly ordering. I don't know where people got all the money from, but we were all ordering off Amazon like every day because they were in it. So
yes,
I'm sure that did really well for you guys.
So, I started out with Amazon in 2020. So first, when we launched for 3 months, just try to see, how it's going to go, get our bearings under us. And then, we had the hair care section of our business, and that became a wholesale. So we were shipping wholesale products, to like Germany,
Wow.
like army bases, we're shipping makeup. I don't know if it was in God's plan. I'm hoping it's in God's plan, but the way how we took off, with selling, our things wholesale was just crazy. People were requesting things, different stores. And so I said, okay, well, let's try Amazon. Let's try to get into Amazon. And see what that process looks like. And it was a very tedious process. Amazon does not play. They're very strict. And it is a very, intricate process. So once we launched with Amazon in October of 2020, it blew up, and our website blew up. We were getting orders from our website. We were getting orders from Amazon. And it was a lot. It was a lot. So we couldn't keep up as a new brand. We didn't want to fail. So we stepped away from Amazon.
Okay.
We stepped away from Amazon because we had new products coming out. We had to get marketing dollars, and everything is self-funded. We are self-funding everything.
Okay.
And so we had to figure out a way, how can we scale? How can we make this work for us? And if it was okay for us to let it go, at the time, because we didn't want to fail. We wanted to set ourselves up for success. So a year later, we got all of our products. Well, 2 years later, we got all of our products. Let's say fast forward now, because we just launched back with Amazon as of last week. We launched on Amazon and Walmart in the same week.
Wow, that is a lot. And I know from
talking
with Judy Dupart with Kaleidoscope, like that is a huge Walmart. Probably, I don't know which one is bigger. They're both huge.
They're both huge
conglomerates. So what do you have to do to get ready? Because I talk to so many entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, and everyone's goal is to be in Target, in Walmart, on Amazon. What did you and your daughters have to do to prepare so that you were ready? And I love the fact that you've already let us know, okay, so we got this opportunity, but we had to take a step back so we could take, 2 steps forward later. So how did you all prepare to be ready for those types of opportunities when they came back around?
Well, it's all about research. You want to make sure you see Walmarts and the Targets and the Sally Beauties and all of those places, but in order for you to sell on those platforms, you got to understand, you got to market those platforms. You got to market with those platforms, and you also have to make sure that you have enough inventory in stock to meet the demand. You also want to make sure that you have from a financial standpoint, because you have to pay commission to all of those different platforms as well. So, you know, you want to make sure your budgeting is like on spot on. You want to make sure that you're doing inventory. We do the first day of the month is inventory day. We are counting everything. We're adjusting, you know, our inventory on different platforms to make sure that we are meeting everyone's demand. You know, we have a quick turnaround in terms of our shipping. We do 2-day shipping. We try to get those products out to you. And so you want to make sure that you're not only meeting the demand of your brand, but the demand of Walmart and Amazon, because you're partners with them now. So you got to research, you know, if this is a good platform for you. Of course, there's monthly fees that you have to pay. Like, nobody talks about the fees. The fees are there.
And are the fees there regardless if you sell or not?
The fees are there. So you want to make sure that you are you're budgeting all of that, and just researching what platforms will work for you. If you have like a retail broker, you want to make sure that when they're pitching your brand, you gotta budget their commission as well, because they're going to get a piece of the deal if they're able to close you with a large retailer. So you want to make sure that you're just researching and just writing down all of your questions before you get on with any of these big retailers. Ask questions. Please ask questions. It's very, very important that you understand these different platforms. It's great. It's lucrative. It's great. But you want to make sure that you are taking the necessary steps to set your business up for success, because it can literally eat you up and swallow you whole, you know. And that's what, you know, with the whole Amazon thing, we wanted to make sure before we move forward that we were going to be set up for success. Because again, in the back of my mind, this is legacy for my daughters. I don't want them to walk into a failing business, you know, take over a failing business. You know, I want them, even though the mistakes are good, you know, and I welcome the mistakes, you know, but you got to learn from them, and you got to educate yourself, you know, on the business that you're in. You know, during the time of COVID, it was a great experience, because that's when all of the university was offering free classes, free e-commerce classes, like beauty brands, big beauty businesses was offering free webinars. And that's what I did. You know, I logged on to those free webinars and I educated myself, so that way I can speak intelligently about the brand and about the industry that I'm in, because this was the unknown for me as well. You know, I've always been in hospitality, you know, managing hotels, you know, I've never managed a beauty brand. So, but I knew that I can do it, you know, with God's help, my husband and my daughters and, you know, family, you know, hey, we're set out. We're going to do this thing. You know?
It seems to be working. If you guys are just joining us, we are having a business conversation. We're having a little bit of a business reality check with Erica King, the owner of KEE Essential Beauties, which she started with her 2 daughters during COVID, no less. And there were so many beautiful things. It was a rough time for all of us. I've talked to so many people that discovered beautiful things during that time when we had to all sit down. Now, I want to ask you, first of all, how old were your daughters when you guys first started?
So I had a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Nice.
So yes. So now, just yesterday, we just actually brought my daughter to college.
Congratulations.
Freshman HBCU. She is going to college, and then we have a sophomore now. So they're actually seeing the transition. They're seeing, you know, what is happening and how we're able to go from one step to the next. But, you know, again, as a mother, I still want them to enjoy their life. I still want them to enjoy, you know, being a kid and being a teenager, you know. So yes, we do. I do ask them to fulfill some orders, but then I also allow them to, you know, go out, hang out with your friends, you know, and enjoy life as well, you know.
That's good, but it's good for them to see that at such an early age. I asked how old they were because I'm wondering, like, what have you taught your daughters about beauty? You know, I know that things have changed, and now we see so many, you know, so many different colors and hair textures and everything. There's a lot of acceptance that wasn't necessarily there years ago. But I'm always curious to know, what are women sharing with their daughters, and what are they teaching them about inner beauty and outer beauty, as they grow up, so that they understand that what is unique about them is not wrong. Because so often on Instagram, we see everyone is trying so hard to look exactly like everybody else. So what lessons have you been teaching your daughters, as you raise them, as they start to become young women, about beauty and how to present themselves?
Yeah. So it's very important. You touched it. You hit it head on, about inner beauty. A 13 and a 16-year-old, their bodies are changing. Things are, they're getting the pimples, or they're getting the acne, and they're getting all of that stuff. And all of that plays a part in their self-confidence. It plays a part in, how they see themselves, and my thing is, even though I talk to them about, inner beauty, nice, that's beautiful to me. Treating people how you want to be treated, that's beautiful, and that's going to shine, outside. No makeup can cover up what's inside. You have to be nice and be humble, and that's going to always show. Our makeup and our brand is only to enhance what's already in.
Nice.
And if you're ugly within, guess what? We don't have a product. This is not gonna cover it. I'm sorry. It's gonna come out,
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where, I sit them down, and I talk to them about, life. I talk to them about, how I grew up, and I give them examples of how I felt. My confidence I was very shy, very shy in school. And I wasn't the cool kid. I was a nerd. I'm just gonna say that. But it played a part in my self-confidence and how I saw myself. And I never want my daughters to feel as if they're not beautiful, or they feel as if they're not good enough, And I always try to lead by example, and really be nice to people, and help people as much as I can, and really show beauty, not just the outward, but the inside, and really give them, what it is to be beautiful on the inside. Because the world can be cruel, and you have to maintain, you have to have that confidence in yourself, and know that you are beautiful, and you come from a beautiful lineage. And black is beautiful, brown is beautiful, white is beautiful. We have different shades of beauty, but the heart is red. The heart is beautiful. And if you don't have that beauty in your heart, then it's not gonna come out. So I always encourage them to always, be nice, be kind, and treat people how you want to be treated, because that's what makes you beautiful. It's not the lip gloss, it's not the makeup, it's not all of that stuff. That's what makes you beautiful. We're only enhancing what's there.
Enhancing. Yeah. I like that a lot. My mom used to tell me, and I didn't understand it until I got older, pretty is pretty does. She would always say that. Pretty is pretty does. And my grandmother would say that. And as I got older, I started to realize, they're talking about that internal attitude that comes out and it radiates. And it's really not about your features or what, it's about what you do with what you have. So I wanted to make sure I added that. I do want to give the audience, if there's anyone watching that has a question, I'm sure there are a lot of aspiring beauty entrepreneurs. If anyone has a question, you can put it in the chat. We have a few more minutes with Erica, and I just want to make sure that I make that option open for anyone that may be sitting at home and wants to start their business, and has some questions for Erica and how they were able to do it so successfully. I actually have also my little makeup, the eyeshadow palette, and I love this because it's like they're neutral colors. I like colors that are just complement the skin and don't pop too much, but give you a little bit of just a little something. What has been the response like from your friends and family? Because a lot of times, this is just a real business question. A lot of times people complain about immediate friends and family not supporting as much as strangers. What was you all's experience with people around you, former coworkers or even coworkers or neighbors and close family? Did you have that initial support, or did people start to really support once they saw how big the brand was becoming?
That statement is very true. We in terms of like immediate family members, No, we didn't get that support. But you know, I know that they're proud of me. I know that they're there for me. But in terms of like immediate, like 90% of our support came from people that we didn't even know. You know.
See that, you guys? I want everybody to make sure you heard that quote that she said.
Mm-hmm.
90% came from people she did not know. So if you're upset, if you're at home and you're working on your business and you're upset because your immediate circle is not supporting you, you are not doing anything wrong. You're still on the right path.
You're still on the right path. Don't focus on that. You got to focus on your brand and moving it forward. You can't focus on people, you know, not supporting you, because the support is going to be there. If your marketing right, if your packaging is right, if your products are right, people are going to support you. And if you're coming across as a genuine person, and one of the pluses is, you know, by me being in hospitality, customer service is key.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I always tell you know, my old coworkers, you know, customer service is more transactional. I like to give hospitality service. I love to go above and beyond the wow factor, you know, and that's key. People remember that, you know, people won't remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. Yeah. And if you can make people feel like they're getting the best product, you know, that you have to offer through your engagement with them, they're going to continue to come back. They're going to be repeat customers. So that's key, you know, just giving great service, and just having the products, the formulas, whatever you have, that's the most important. But don't get hung up on family and friends that is not supporting you. They'll come around when they do. You know, just be humble and accept the order. But
I like that. My last question for you, I'm gonna dig a little deeper in another myth that people have when they're starting businesses. So you guys, you are Black women, and your business, excuse me, your business caters to everybody. There are a lot of people that feel like if they are a African American, a Black person, they cannot create a business that services or caters to, you know, that is diverse. They feel like they are stuck in the box of only focusing on a Black audience. How did you push through that, or was that ever a concern for you and your daughters?
It wasn't a concern, because I knew that from jump that I wanted to cross market. You know, sometimes, you know, when you bring people on board, even if you're a Black owned business, they only want you to target a certain demographic, but that wasn't what our core values stood for. We stand for diversity. So even though, you know, we're in Houston and those cities, the southern states, you know, the Louisiana, the Atlanta, the Georgias, and the Houstons, you know, we wanted to reach farther than that. You know, we want to cross market into Wisconsin, North Dakota, Michigan. You know, our influencers are different shades. You know, we have a variety of influencers. You know, we want to cross market, and cross marketing is where you're going to get the most of your dollars, because if you're only reaching a certain demographic, your reach is only to it's not going to go far. You know, you want to be able to cross market into all different demographics, so that way you're touching all of those dollars. So I would say my advice: don't limit yourself to one demographic. Be willing to cross market, and sometimes it may take you going to places where you're not comfortable with, but at the end of the day, you only grow when you're uncomfortable. It's going to force you to get up out of your comfort zone and talk to different people of different backgrounds, you know, and give them your story, learn about those different ethnicities, you know, and educate yourself. You know, there might be products that you don't know that you can even produce for that demographic, because you don't know about them. You don't know about the culture. So it's all about, you know, just stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking a risk. You know, take that risk, or that bet on yourself, and you're gonna see where you're gonna win. So cross marketing is key. I love it. I mean, it works.
I love it. So someone says, yes, cross market to everyone. Don't limit yourself. Hey, Tiffany. So I know we don't have much time. I want to let you make sure that we tell people where they can find the product, give your website, and also, of course, your social media, so people know how to get in touch with you and order their own little goodie bag from KEE Essentials.
Yes. So you guys can visit us online at keeessential.com. That's KEEESSENTIAL.com. You can find us on Amazon.com, as well as Walmart.com. Soon to be Macy's. Soon to be Macy's.
Congratulations.
We're in production with Macy's right now. So we'll be developing our webpage with them. And if you're in Houston, we are in 3 select Holiday Inn. We have a partnership with Holiday Inn Hotels where we condensed our makeup wipes down to travel size.
Nice.
And we're in guest rooms. We're in guest rooms and gift shops. So you can purchase our wipes at the hotels if you're in Houston. So we're looking to expand, to bring on more hotels to our portfolio. But yeah, that is where we are. Our Instagram is KEE_essential. And our Facebook is the same thing, as well as our Twitter. So we're excited. Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. This was a great business reality check. I just want to run back some points real quick while I have you, because I think that there's some key nuggets in this conversation. Number one, you mentioned vision, writing it down, making sure that you guys wrote out what you wanted to do. And then after you wrote it out and looked at it, weekly check-ins to make sure that you checked in. And I think a lot of people, it becomes overwhelming, especially if you have some disappointments. You don't want to look at that, but looking at that all helped push you guys forward. You also mentioned another business reality check for tonight is to make sure that you are pushing through. You cannot grow unless you're uncomfortable. So if you're only focused on the group that's right in front of you that you're familiar with, chances are you're not thinking big enough. Right. Exactly. And so Erica has shared with us tonight that it was important for them to grow, important for them to stretch outside of Houston, outside of the South, outside of their immediate demographic. And the results, we see the results in Walmart, Amazon, and congratulations on the upcoming Macy's and so much more. We'll definitely have to keep in touch with you guys. And hopefully you will be able to include you in our celebration coming up, Sisters with Superpowers. That Out does. But congratulations to you and your daughter.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Like I say, we're definitely going to keep in touch. Enjoy the rest of your week. And you guys make sure that you follow KEE Essential Beauty on all their social platforms, and get you some Rosewater moisturizer. It smells amazing. I'm enjoying the products. I'm definitely going to be posting and sharing that as well. But thank you so much, Erica.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Have a great week. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure that you like and share it. This was great beauty advice, great business advice, not even beauty advice, just great business advice from Erica. So make sure that you share the broadcast. Stay tuned to Reality Check rolling out. We're coming right back at 9 o'clock, coming right back here at 9 o'clock for a Ready to Love recap. You guys know we are it's the hot summer months and we're in Miami this season. So we're coming right back at 9 o'clock tonight with one more cast member from Ready to Love. Trust me, you don't want to miss this conversation when you find out who we have checking in with us. I'll see you guys shortly at 9 o'clock. All right. Have a good one.